So yo guys, make sure you follow my Twitter as I'll be doing weekly giveaways of Idents there. I just recently hit 1k, so I want to give back to the community. So yo guys, I'll be showing you how to make a precise ident. It's a pretty quick and simple tutorial, so just follow along. I'm going to start by making a new composition, 1920 by 1080 and at 60 FPS. You can make the duration however long you want. I'm using 4 seconds. I'm going to start by typing your name into the middle. I'm using Gotham Black at 200 font size and at 30 tracking. Right here we're going to want to separate all the letters, so to do this we're going to write our name here in separate and different text layers. And on the main text layer that we made at the beginning, make this red. And then you're just going to want to drag each of these letters you just made on top of here. I'm going to zoom in and use arrow keys to align them. Just like that, and you can delete the red layer. Now we're going to want to open Squash and Stretch, which is the plugin that we need to animate. So extension Squash and Stretch free. If you don't have it, I'll leave a download link in the description below and a tutorial on how to download it. It is completely free, so do not worry. Right here we have this pre-made animations that we're going to use. We're going to start by animating from the left to the right. So we're going to start with the letter N. We're going to select fur. I'm going to make Squash and Stretch 50. And the oomph like 125, and then want to move the playhead to 3 seconds, then just press apply. Make sure the end of behavior is selected and then press apply. It's going to tell you that it's going to pre-compose. Just press OK. And just so that we are done for the first letter. As you can see, animates. We're going to select all these keyframes here and just push them off to the left a little bit more. Yeah, that looks good. Here we go, that's literally the first letter done. It's pretty simple. I'm go back to 3 seconds and then press on A. And this time I'm going to do zoom and rotate. And for Squash and Stretch here again, I'm going to make this 50. You can't change the oomph, but it's fine. Just press OK. Press U on the keyboard on the layer and just drag all these keyframes to the left. Just like that. Now for M, we're going to choose drop, so we're going to go back down to 3, select drop, make the oomph like 120, 110, and then Squash and Stretch 50, press apply, OK, and select layer, press U, and drag all these keyframes more to the left, just like that. Now finally for the letter E, I'm going to also go back down here to 3 seconds. And this time I'm going to use slide and wheelie. And right here as you can see it's coming in from the left to the right, but we want it to come in from the right to the left. So we're going to press this here, flip behavior, and just click it once. And just like that, we're done. And make sure the Squash and Stretch is 50 and the oomph is 125. Make sure this is end of behavior and just press apply. Just like that. We pretty much have the full animation. Let's go back into E here and drag all these keyframes more down to the left. So that. Now right here you can see there's a bit of an overshoot, which I don't like personally. And to change this, press R on the keyboard on this layer. Right here you see the rotation. And you have to select both these two keyframes, double click on it, and make it -13. This means it won't be touching the M. You can see, just like that. There we go, the main animation is complete. Pretty simple, as I said. And now to add some color, we're going to make a new composition. Keep it on default settings and drag this over inside here. I'm going to duplicate this layer, and on the bottom we're going to go down to effects and presets and add echo. In my pack I have some of these presets pre-made for you guys. We can just go down to time and echo and drag it onto the bottom clip. Make the delay -0.001. Number of echo is 50. And you want to go down to gradient and so on here. Gradient ramp. Once again, in my pack I have pre-made gradients which are pretty good, which you guys can use. Just drag the gradient ramp down here. Make the colors whatever you want. I'm going to make it a pink and purple. And then you want to change the start ramp to the top left and the end ramp to the bottom right. And as you can see, you have the colors done. What we're going to do is go down to 1 second and 15 frames. I'm going to create a keyframe on number of echoes, and then go down 30 frames, which is 45. Make number of echoes to 0. It's quite it's a lot. It's rendering a lot, so it might take a bit of time to pre-render. But see. Yeah, so that we have the pre-render done. Last thing we have to do is add the scale out. So we're going to go down to 3 seconds. Select both layers, press S on our keyboard, and create a keyframe for scale, and then go 45 frames ahead, and then make the scale 0. Now I want to select these keyframes, press F9, go into the graph editor, and select the points on the far left, and then drag them all the way to the far right, and just like this. So we have a nice scale out. We're going to add motion blur to everything. I'm going to let this pre-render really quickly. Just right here you can see the colours, they fade out a bit too much, which I don't like. A bit too quickly. I'm going to go in here and just drag these back a little bit more. There we go, I think it looks a lot better. And just like that, you're done. If you want, you can add edited by, but I think it looks better without. Now you finish this, we're going to render it. I'm going to go to File, Export, Add to Render Key. Change your SS lossless to RGB plus alpha in channels, and format you can make anything, but I'm going to use QuickTime for the smallest file. Just press render, and you're pretty much done. You can save it to a different output if you want with the output to here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.